When working with products, your ability to easily be able to search and find product data is crucial to being productive. In this video, we'll talk about the search engine feature in Struct PIM. So let's dive right into our PIM area. And the first thing we'll see here is that we now land on a search results page. Now, before we continue, one way we could find products and variants is by using the left sidebar here. We can simply just expand the catalog all the way down to the actual products and variants that we want to work with. But that's not super efficient when you have thousands of products in your PIM. What we might want to do instead is use the built-in search engine in Struct PIM to quickly locate anything. So notice here in the top that we right now have the products entity selected, but we could actually select between all of our other entities. So we could do something like categories, and we can now search categories. We could do the same for variant groups and variants as well. So let's go back to products here. And another thing we should notice here is that at the top, we have the table selected. So right now we're viewing the search results in this nicely laid out table, but we could change this to grid if we wanted. And then the focus would be on this thumbnail based search experience, which is great if we want to visually browse our search results. So let's go back to table. And here in the right corner, we have the option to manage our columns. And these are the columns that we can manage. Right now we have these 4 columns active, but we could go here and we can actually add any of our properties, for example, as columns. We could do things like add our basic enrichment, completeness levels. Let's add that, update. And this then adds the column to the search engine, and we can now use this column as a live real-time filter. So let's say we wanted to show all products with the completeness of, let's say, less than 50%. We could do this, and there you go. The search results are now already updated in real time to reflect that filter. And keep in mind, we could add any property here. We could even do something like, let's say we want to add our sales channels. Click this. And here we could use these 2 columns in combination. So we could do things like, let's say, give us all products with a completeness of less than 50, but they must be from the Swedish market. Then the search results are automatically reflected to show only those. So let's say that we are super happy with this search filter and we want to be able to use it again and again. We have this save search option. We could actually click this button, and now we have the option to give this search a name. We could call it Swedish range with 50% completeness. And we could say, yes, we want to save the displayed column. And then we can decide which saved search folder we want to save this saved search inside of. We can save it as a shared saved search, which means that our team members, for example, they can access the exact same search. Or we could just save it in our own private root destination, which is this my saved searches. Let's just click that. By the way, we can actually add our own folder structure. The folders that you see here are something that we created ourselves. So we could create and organize our saved searches completely up to our liking. So let's just save it to the root destination and click save. And now when we go to our saved searches here in the top bar navigation, we can see our newly created search here. And we can access this saved search anytime from here. If we click it, we now go to the results page with the filter automatically applied. And we can actually use this saved search in our dashboards as well. So if we clear the search results and go to our dashboard, let's go to our private dashboard, and we can actually add a widget. We want to add the search results widget. And here we can select the save search we just created. From here, we can give the widget a color to make it stand out if we have multiple widgets on our dashboard. So let's say we want to give it the green color here. We can add the widget, and we can now see the widget right here inside our dashboard. We can move it around. We can resize it. And if we save it, we can actually see the count of products that are the result of this search. So if we click the widget, we now go to the exact same results page that we had before with the filter applied. So this is super handy for everyone on our team to be able to find the products that we've searched. But that's actually not all. Let's clear this filter and take a look at our left sidebar, because here we also have a filter that we could use either individually or in combination with our column filters. So we could actually do the exact same search we just did through the filters, and here we can automatically update the results based on our interaction here. We could add multiple filters, so we could say basic enrichment, max to be 50, and this would also automatically reflect in the search results. So we could add any number of filters here and use them all in combination. But let's say that we wanted to build a super complex advanced filter with and or operators. Well, this is where the advanced filter comes in play, because here we can do just that. We can say, let's add a new condition. If sales channel contains SE, and then we add the second rule, and keep in mind it's the AND operator that we have applied here. We could also use OR, so we would go through each of these with the OR operation. And let's just say and then we can do completeness is completeness for one of our properties, which is for the digital product passport. It's less than 40, for example. We can just click refresh results, and we can see here that 3 products currently live up to this search criteria. So let's submit it. And if we remove the existing filters, we can now see the 3 products. From here, we can save this search as well, or we can continue filtering the results using the columns that we have, or even the left sidebar. So as you can see, there's really no excuse as to not being able to find products or product data in Struct PIM. Everything is searchable down to the individual attributes. So there you have it. Here's a recap of what we learned in this video. First of all, we saw that the search results page can be custom tailored with the exact columns you need to work with. We saw that we can use save searches to avoid having to apply the exact same filters over and over. And save searches can be private as well as shared, so your team members can also access the exact same searches. And finally, we saw the super powerful search engine in action, where you could filter in 3 different ways with columns, sidebars, and of course the advanced and or filter. And you can use all 3 either individually or in combination with one another. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to also check out some of our other feature highlights.